Ready to dive into the future of Tesla, see if they're still the trailblazers they used to be.
Yeah. Are they running out of gas? We're going to find out.
We're taking a close look at Tesla, the company that basically made electric cars cool.
And self-driving. Don't forget about their self-driving tech.
Right. But are they losing their edge? We're diving into some analysis from a Chinese source that says exactly that. What do you think?
It's a fascinating question, right? I mean, for a while, Tesla was the innovation, and now it's like everyone's waiting to see what they do next.
Exactly. So Tesla's known for basically two main things, right?
Yeah, making electric cars desirable, like actually cool,
Yeah.
and pushing that whole self-driving thing forward.
And this analysis says they're shifting from game changers to, well, more the same. What do you make of that?
Well, they make this really stark comparison between how the Model 3 launched and the stuff Tesla's putting out now. You remember the Model 3?
Oh, yeah. It wasn't just a new car. It was like a statement.
Totally. Like a revolution, right? Suddenly, electric cars were sleek, they were kind of affordable,
Yeah.
and they weren't just for, like, tech people anymore.
Yeah, it was like the whole auto industry woke up and was like, wait, electric IS the future?
It was huge. The Model 3 was a home run. And you could argue it forced everyone else in the industry to scramble to catch up.
So the question is, have they been able to recapture that magic?
Right, because the Model Y and the Cybertruck, they're cool and all, but this analysis says they haven't really shaken things up like the Model 3 did.
They're evolutions, not revolutions.
Exactly.
And that brings us to their big reveal, the Cybercab. Tesla's first crack at a robotaxi, no steering wheel, no pedals. Sounds like something out of, like, Minority Report or something.
Totally. But this is where this analysis gets super interesting and a little critical, too.
Oh, how so?
They're saying the Cybercab doesn't have any truly groundbreaking technology. Like, those futuristic features, the self-driving especially, could probably be done with their existing models if they just, did some software updates.
So it's more like a flashy new case for your phone than an actual upgrade.
That's what they're implying.
Interesting. So are they prioritizing style over substance? I mean, is Tesla choosing hype over real innovation?
That's the million-dollar question this whole analysis is asking.
Yeah.
It really makes you think. Are they sacrificing substance for style?
It kind of reminds me of those concept cars you see at auto shows. All sleek lines and promises of crazy technology, like they're going to fly or something.
Yeah.
But when you look closer, it's like, where's the engine?
Right.
Is Tesla turning into that?
Right.
More focused on looking futuristic than actually being futuristic?
It's like they're saying Tesla's lost that spark,
Right.
Like, remember when Elon Musk would talk about colonizing Mars?
Oh, yeah.
Hyperloop, a world run on sustainable energy. Those were huge ideas.
Yeah, mind-blowing stuff.
And now it's like, here's a driverless taxi. I mean, don't get me wrong, autonomous vehicles are a big deal,
For sure.
but it just doesn't feel as revolutionary as the stuff Musk used to talk about,
It's like comparing the very first iPhone to the latest model, right?
Exactly.
Like, yeah, the new one's got a better camera, it's faster.
Right.
But that leap from a flip phone to a touch screen, that was insane. The Cybercab, it feels more like, a small step, not a giant leap for mankind.
That's a great way to put it. And this analysis, they even bring up the movie I, Robot. Remember those cars?
Oh, yeah.
How they were, like, integrated into the city, responded to human emotions. That was 20 years ago. And it still feels more futuristic than what Tesla's doing.
Yeah.
It's like they were supposed to be building that future, not just taking baby steps toward it.
So is Tesla playing it safe now?
It makes you wonder, right?
Like, have they gotten comfortable just kind of iterating on what they've already got instead of going for those huge game-changing breakthroughs?
It's a good question. And this analysis really makes you think, have they lost that drive, that hunger for real disruption?
Because they were the ones to beat for a while there.
Totally. But that kind of success, it can make you comfortable,
Right.
And that's dangerous, especially in an industry as competitive as this one. I mean, you've got Google, Apple, even the traditional car companies. They're all jumping into the electric and self-driving game now.
Speaking of competition, this analysis also hints that Elon Musk's focus, or maybe lack of focus, might be part of the issue.
Oh, interesting.
It's not exactly a secret that the guy's got a lot going on, right?
Yeah, understatement of the year. Tesla, SpaceX, Twitter.
And there are those rumors about him, getting involved in politics, too.
Right. It's like, how much can one person handle?
Exactly. So could all that be affecting Tesla? Could it be hurting their ability to stay ahead of the curve?
Well, this analysis seems to think so. They suggest that his involvement with Twitter especially might be taking away from his focus on Tesla. And it's a valid point. Tesla was always known for being fast, agile,
Yeah.
constantly innovating, bringing new stuff to market quickly.
Right.
If Musk is spread too thin, it makes you wonder, is he really as engaged in pushing Tesla forward as he used to be?
And this Cybercab, which, let's be honest, feels a bit more iterative, a bit less, classic Elon, could that be a symptom of this bigger issue?
That's what they're suggesting, yeah. And it's interesting, right, because Tesla's always been such a vision-driven company.
Definitely.
So if that vision is getting diluted, even a little, it can have a real impact on their ability to keep innovating. Now, it's important to remember that this is all speculation at this point,
Sure.
but it does raise some valid questions. Questions about how leadership, especially in a company like Tesla, can influence a company's ability to stay ahead of the game.
This is where I think it gets really interesting. So, is this a turning point for Tesla? They've been the disruptor, the one to watch, but can they keep that up with the Cybercab? Or is this a sign that they're, settling into a groove?
This analysis really digs into that question. They acknowledge Tesla's influence, for sure. I mean, they made like electric cars cool, not just like a science project.
Hmm.
But they also say that being successful in the past doesn't mean you're guaranteed a future.
Yep.
They actually say Tesla can't afford to just rest on its laurels. Not in an industry this cutthroat.
It's like that expression, right? What got you here won't get you there. And that's especially true in tech. Things move so fast. Look at, like, Nokia, BlackBerry. They were huge, giants. And then they they didn't adapt. Could that happen to Tesla?
That's the worry, isn't it? This analysis argues that Tesla's whole thing was being the future company. But to stay on top, with all these other companies gunning for them,
Yeah.
they need to make big moves, do those innovations that change the whole game. They can't just keep tweaking what they already have.
So what should Tesla do? Keep shooting for the moon, risk falling flat on their face, but maybe change the world again? Or play it safe? Just make their current stuff better and hope it's enough?
It's a tough call. Play it safe or risk it all.
That's the question we're left with, right? As Tesla keeps putting out these new models, these updates, we got to look past the shiny stuff, the big presentations, the hype, and ask the real question. Are they doing anything truly new? Are they moving the needle or just, rearranging the furniture while everyone else catches up?
It's going to be really interesting to see how this all plays out. One thing's for sure, though, the future is up for grabs.
Absolutely. And whether Tesla stays in the driver's seat, well, that all depends on if they can find that spark again, that innovative edge.
Well said.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the future of Tesla.